Don't mind her. Yeah, I'm working on her hair right now, as you can see. Yeah.
What up, everybody? I am your boy, King Richard, a.k.a. the God of Rap from Creative Minds Entertainment. And if you don't know, I swear you know now. Kanye West, one of my favorite artists of all time, of course. You know, I grew up on Kanye West, as many of you have as well. But the last 10 years, he's been everywhere. I've always thought he was a little off, a little crazy. Some people say he's not crazy, he's a genius and what have you, and those two can intertwine, as we know. So it really doesn't matter what we think. It's how he judges himself, for the most part. How you see yourself is really the most important. However, in society, we still have to deal with your ass, whether you're crazy or whether you're not. More than anything, has been inconsistently consistent. What I don't like is a lot of things that Kanye West says I don't agree with. The whole White Lives Matter shirt, the slavery seemed like a choice, etc., going further back in his career. A lot of outlandish things that he's done, I don't agree with. Now, of course, it goes without saying that I believe in equality. I believe in independence. I believe in value. I believe in honor. I believe in dignity, respect, class, and all of that. That should be something that's mandatory for us to have as great humans, if we call ourselves that, let alone great Americans, right? So, like I said in another video, if all lives matter, then we wouldn't be saying Black Lives Matter. We're not talking about the organization. The organization is trash. That's not what we're talking about. Those of us who are smart enough and who use their brains and don't just follow like sheep, we already knew the organization was some bull, right? We're not talking about the organization. We're talking about the idea that Black Lives Matter. If that was true, this country wouldn't be built the way it was built, and it wouldn't run the way it ran. What we can't continue to do is be inconsistently consistent. And he's displayed that over and over again. You're jumping from one extreme to the next quickly. 1 minute you're pro-black, the next minute you're Christian. Then the next minute you're Republican conservative. Then you're stalking your wife and you're everywhere. Kanye West, you're everywhere. There's no consistency with any of your themes. Immediately after an idea happens, you go into action. No thought. But the one thing that I can say, that I fully agree with him and many other conservatives, Republicans, and several others, is the censoring of free speech. I cannot agree with you, but I shouldn't have the right to censor your free speech. Especially when you're calling it things like anti-Semitic, or you're calling it racist, or what? Now all of a sudden, he's racist. Didn't he just catch flack from wearing the White Lives Matter shirts? Now all of a sudden, he's anti-Semitic and he hates Jews and he's racist, and all of a sudden. How does that make sense? So he just got racist overnight. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. We're not using our minds, we're using our emotions. Because he's criticized a certain group about a certain thing that they may do. Now all of a sudden, he hates white people. He hates Jews. Just a minute ago, you were championing him for being a free thinker. I guess those thoughts have gotten a little too radical for you now. Left and the right do this all the time. So it's okay for specific groups in America to talk down upon minorities, especially African Americans or black folk. But we can't say anything about them. We can't have any type of opinion about them. Even if it's true, even if the facts are there, we can't say anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a couple of clips, and we're going to come back and we're going to talk about those.
If they want to know the best about us, where they look.
Right. Yeah.
They look at mainstream culture, right? And what's mainstream culture?
About the Grammys.
And what is mainstream culture?
Right.
It's violence. It's drug dealing. It's drug selling. It's drug using. That's what they perceive as the best
what's being
about
pushed.
it. Why
Right,
though?
right. No, you're right.
Why is that the best of us?
Right.
Why? Like Sam Smith gets to sing a great song about "Stay with Me."
Mm-hmm.
That goes straight to power rotation on a mainstream radio station. If I sing that same song, "Stay with Me," limited bandwidth. Because our violence isn't the threat. Our love is. Our family separated. It's fine. It's perfect. The man staying with his family and raising his kids and pouring into his woman. That's the threat.
Being a crackhead wasn't cool. Now it seems like they're making it cool to be drinking lean and syrup and
It's the most dangerous. It's the most dangerous thing that's facing our society.
So why sign an artist that would promote it?
Because I already answered that question. You weren't paying attention. She asked me talent or issues, and I said talent. But I have to. I can't give up on people.
Don't you think that's hypocritical though? You're saying the
it's
opioid problem's a
opportunistic.
problem.
Yeah, I got people to feed. I got a business to run.
You're gonna make Dame Dash take this clip and call you a culture vulture.
Who's Dame Dash? You brought him up. I don't even know him. So you bring his name up. I don't even know him. So
Y'all made a lot of money together.
made a lot of
Come
money.
on, don't do that to him.
I don't know him.
Now, notice in those clips, they told you what was up. They told you what was okay, what was allowed, especially from the black community. Notice these type of songs, this type of entertainment would never be allowed in the Jewish community. It would never be allowed in the Caucasian American community, European American community, or any community of dominance or affluence. It would never be allowed. Now, I'm not blaming them specifically for not allowing it in their community. They shouldn't. They should not allow it in their community. But they're fine with us pumping it through our communities. They finance it. Okay? They're fine with us saying the N-word everywhere on every song and talking about destruction of our own people. But the minute we talk about something uplifting or positive, or even factual of another community, shadow banned, we're blocked, everything. Anti-Semitic, how? Nobody supports white people more than black people. We don't have a problem with them. We have a problem with Rome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a couple of clips, and we're going to come back and we're going to talk about those. Now, notice in those clips, they told you what was up. They told you what was okay, what was allowed, especially from the black community. Notice these type of songs, this type of entertainment would never be allowed in the Jewish community. It would never be allowed in the Caucasian American community, European American community, or any community of dominance or affluence. It would never be allowed. Now, I'm not blaming them specifically for not allowing it in their community. They shouldn't. They should not allow it in their community. But they're fine with us pumping it through our communities. They finance it. Okay? They're fine with us saying the N-word everywhere on every song and talking about destruction of our own people. But the minute we talk about something uplifting or positive, or even factual of another community, we're banned, we're shadow blocked, we're shadow banned, we're blocked, everything. We're anti-Semitic, how? Nobody supports white people more than black people. We don't have a problem with them. We have a problem with Rome.